Namaskar. Good afternoon. Friends, welcome to the online literature conference on environment and literature with participation of BIMSTEC countries, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Myanmar, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and Thailand, organized by Sahitya Akademi and Foundation of SAARC Writers and Literature. This is the 17th session of the conference devoted to poetry readings. The session is being chaired by Sri Hampa Nagrajaya from India. We have 8 other poets from Nepal, Bangladesh, and India. Let us begin the session and enjoy poetry. May I request Srimati Ranjana Nirola from Nepal to recite her poetry.
Sir, my greetings to all the respected poets present here. Thank you so much, Asma, for giving me such a beautiful opportunity. I am Ranjana Nirola from Kathmandu, Nepal. I am freelancer writer and poet. The poem I will recite today is about the war in Ukraine. I did not write this poem just like that when my dear and respected mother Ajit mailed me and wrote, "Pray for Ukraine." Her mail touched me very deeply. In fact, we can pray for the end of the war. So I wrote this poem for the people of Ukraine, and the inspiration of writing poetry is Ajitma. Once again, I greet you all and wish Ajitma a long and healthy life. First, I am going to recite a Nepali poem and then English. आओ हामी युद्ध समाप्तिको प्रार्थना गरौँ। वसन्त ऋतु आउनु अगावै संसारको फुलबारीमा बारुदका फूलहरू बर्सेर जलाइरहेका छन् मानवीय संवेदना। वसन्त ऋतु आउनु अगावै संसारको फुलबारीमा बारुदका फूलहरू बर्सेर जलाइरहेका छन् मानवीय संवेदना। चुकाइरहेका छन् मानिसहरू मानिस हुनुको मूल्य। तानिरहेछ मृत्युले शोकधुन, गाइरहेछ समयले मृत्युको गीत। यो भयावह स्थितिमा आओ हामी सबै युद्ध अन्त्यको प्रार्थना गरौँ। वसन्त फर्कियोस्, सुगन्ध सहितका सयौं फूलहरू फक्रियुन् र युद्धका घाउहरूमा मलम बनन्। आओ हामी युद्ध समाप्तिको प्रार्थना गरौँ। Thank you. Thank you so much. Now I am going to recite in English, a poem in English language. The title is Quest for Earth Without War. Missile sticking like shooting stars toward fragile, delicate flower like humankind's. Scared eyes that have seen death are empty, soul inclining toward unconscious and searching for a world without war. Neither a place to live or not hide or not run, dream shattered, world and home in pieces, fleeing from houses, looking for shelter. Oh, poor soul, hurt in the grip of war. Life is really paying the price of being alive, watching the dreadful death dancing in front of eyes, searching for earth without war. Innocent, innocent those people who were blooming like flower in the tree of the world, now converting into blood, death, wounds, and pain. War is dropping missile and burning the flower of life with gunpowder, restricting the beauty of the cosmos, inflicting what full insult to the divine creation. The war is ridiculing human compassion. All are searching earth without war. War, so cruel, full of ego. War, so cruel, full of ego. So dreadful, yet everlasting, and always on the horizon insane corner of this world, waiting of the universe. In the midst of the fierce calm of war, those lives, those beautiful creations of the world are waiting in the hope, waiting for the beautiful spring after the end of the war. Lord, my Lord, may their hope be fulfilled soon. May the war end in your creation and let the flower of peace bloom. May those innocent be blessed with lives and peace who are searching for the earth another war. May those innocents be blessed with lives and peace, who are searching for the earth another without war. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ranjana Nirola ji. Now may I request Srimati Paul Kaur from India to recite her poems.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Today I am presenting my poem Akhar Likht. This poem talks about the written word, the book, the literature, the importance of these things in our life and for our country. Poem in Punjabi, Akhar Likht. ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੇਣ ਲਈ ਕੁਝ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਕਿਤਾਬ ਕਿਤਾਬ ਹੈ ਸਾਹ ਕਿਤਾਬ ਹੈ ਰਾਹ ਆਦ ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਨਾਲ ਸੁਰਤ ਸੁਣੋ ਪੜੋ ਲਿਖੋ ਗੂਗਲ ਸ਼ੁਗਲ ਕਿੰਡਲ ਸ਼ਿੰਡਲ ਦੀ ਮਾਂ ਹੈ ਕਿਤਾਬ ਖਰੀਦੋ ਤੇ ਪੜੋ ਕਿ ਗੂਗਲ ਸ਼ੁਗਲ ਕਿੰਡਲ ਸ਼ਿੰਡਲ ਦੀ ਮਾਂ ਹੈ ਕਿਤਾਬ ਖਰੀਦੋ ਤੇ ਪੜੋ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਹੈ ਸੌਦਾ ਸੱਚਾ ਕਿਤਾਬ ਸਿਰਫ ਸੌਦਾ ਨਾ ਤੋਲਦੀ ਇਹ ਬੋਲਦੀ ਵੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਤੇਰਾ ਕਿ ਕਿਤਾਬ ਸਿਰਫ ਸੌਦਾ ਨਾ ਤੋਲਦੀ ਇਹ ਬੋਲਦੀ ਵੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਤੇਰਾ ਮੇਰਾ ਮੇਰਾ ਦੀ ਰੱਟ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੇਰਾ ਤੇਰਾ ਤੋਂ ਹਕੂਮਤਾਂ ਘਬਰਾਣ ਕਿ ਮੇਰਾ ਮੇਰਾ ਦੀ ਰੱਟ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੇਰਾ ਤੇਰਾ ਤੋਂ ਹਕੂਮਤਾਂ ਘਬਰਾਣ ਕਿਤਾਬਾਂ ਹੀ ਅੱਜ ਬਾਬਰ ਵਾਣੀ ਸਮਝਾਉਣ ਵੱਡੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਹਿਟਲਰ ਕਿਤਾਬਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਡਰਦੇ ਕਿ ਵੱਡੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਹਿਟਲਰ ਕਿਤਾਬਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਡਰਦੇ ਕੁਝ ਨਾ ਲੱਭਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਕਿਤਾਬ ਤੇ ਉਂਗਲ ਧਰਦੇ ਅੱਜ ਇਹੀ ਹੈ ਖੜਗ ਅੱਜ ਇਹੀ ਹੈ ਕਮਾਨ ਜਦੋਂ ਅੰਨੀ ਪਈ ਪੀਸੇ ਤੇ ਕੁੱਤੇ ਪੇ ਚਟਦੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਪੈਰਾਂ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਤੇ ਬੁੱਲਾਂ ਉੱਪਰ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਏ ਤੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਪੈਰਾਂ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਤੇ ਬੁੱਲਾਂ ਉੱਪਰ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਏ ਕੋਈ ਤਾਨਾਸ਼ਾਹੀ ਧਾਰਾ ਅੱਖਰ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਗਾਜ਼ੀ ਕਿਤਾਬ ਗੁਰੂ ਜ਼ਾਰਾ ਕਿ ਅੱਖਰ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਅੱਖਰ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਗਾਜ਼ੀ ਕਿਤਾਬ ਗੁਰੂ ਜ਼ਾਰਾ ਚਾਹੋ ਜੇ ਧੌਲ ਧਰਮ ਨਾ ਥੱਕੇ ਚਾਹੋ ਜੇ ਧੌਲ ਦਾ ਧਰਮ ਨਾ ਥੱਕੇ ਚਾਹੋ ਜੇ ਉਸ ਉੱਪਰ ਟਿਕੀ ਰਹੇ ਧਰਤੀ ਤਾਂ ਜੁੜੇ ਰਹੋ ਲਿਖੋ ਪੜੋ ਤੇ ਬਚਾਈ ਰੱਖੋ ਕਿਤਾਬ ਤਾਂ ਜੁੜੇ ਰਹੋ ਲਿਖੋ ਪੜੋ ਤੇ ਬਚਾਈ ਰੱਖੋ ਕਿਤਾਬ My second poem is related with the Ukraine and Russian war, and this poem talks about the violin. In the Ukraine, women played violin in a bunker. So my poem is the truth is violin. सो सच है वायलन बहुत सा हैरान परेशान पशेमान कि युगां युगां तो चलदे असीं हाले भी नहीं हम मनुख कि बहुत सा हैरान परेशान पशेमान युगां युगां तो चलदे असीं हाले भी नहीं हम मनुख मासूम यतीम रुलदा केरदा अथरू सड़कां ते फिर भी नहीं आउंदा भुचाल कि मासूम यतीम रुलदा केरदा है अथरू सड़कां ते फिर भी नहीं आउंदा भुचाल कतारां बन बन तुर पैंदे ने लोग अपनी मिट्टी तो दूर खौरे बचाण लई एक जान जां उन्हां दे ज़हन च हुंदा है कोई कल दा निशान किसी दे पैरां हेठ हिलदी है जमीन तां ओह कुद पैंदा है बचाण लई अपनी मैं कि किसी दे पैरां हेठ हिलदी है जमीन तां ओह कुद पैंदा है बचाण लई अपनी मैं खिच लैंदा है किसी दे पैरां हेठों जमीन पुगाण लई अपनी मैं युगां युगां दी यही लड़ाई है बथेरी महापुरुषां सानू शांति पढ़ाई है कि युगां युगां दी ये मैं दी लड़ाई है बथेरी महापुरुषां सानू शांति पढ़ाई है पर हर वार असीं अपने शीशे पिछे कली ही चढ़ाई है कि हर बार असी अपने शीशे पिछे कली ही चढ़ाई है सच नहीं है कि असी सीखिया है कुछ कि सच नहीं है कि असी सीखिया है कुछ सच है किसी बंकर चों आउंदी वायलन दी आवाज कि सच है किसी बंकर चों आउंदी वायलन दी आवाज जो किसी बंब जां सायरन तो उच्ची तां नहीं पर गहरी बहुत हुंदी है कि जो किसी ਬੰਬ ਜਾਂ ਸਾਇਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਉੱਚੀ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਰ ਗਹਿਰੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਖੰਡਰਾਂ ਚੋਂ ਮੋਰਚਿਆਂ ਚੋਂ ਵਾਇਲਨ ਦੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਮੌਤ ਉੱਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਮੁਸਕਰਾਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਖੰਡਰਾਂ ਚੋਂ ਮੋਰਚਿਆਂ ਚੋਂ ਵਾਇਲਨ ਦੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਮੌਤ ਉੱਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਮੁਸਕਰਾਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ
वाह,
ਸ਼ੁਕਰੀਆ
बहुत
ਸ਼ੁਕਰੀਆ
अच्छे, बहुत
thank you very much
lovely poems, very touching.
thank you
Thank you very much, Paul Kaurji. Now may I request Sri Ramakrishna Perugu from India to recite his poems.
Namaskar, Ajit Maji. Namaskar, Sahitya Academy team and Foswal team for giving this wonderful opportunity for me. I am Dr. Poet Laureate Dr. Perugu Ramakrishna from South India, Andhra Pradesh, India. I have 26 books published so far in multiple genres, and I visited several countries for presenting my poetry. I am a recipient of AP State Government Best Poet Award. I just want to tell a few words about environment. Environment is an integral part of literature, ranging from traditional literature to contemporary literature. The eminent poets like William Blake, William Wordsworth, John Keats explored the efficacy of environment in their works as a panacea of the issues of mankind. I'm going to recite only one poem. First, a few lines I will speak in my mother language, Telugu. The title, Mrityu Gantikalu. Mattito, Prakrutito, Mamekamai, Mahitanvitamaindi Manishi Bratuku. Pairu Pantala, Padiyaula, Puratana Bandham Gundello, Padila Parchukoni, Atma Sangatyamto Nadustunnadu. పచ్చని ప్రపంచాన్ని చూసినప్పుడు చెట్టు మొదట్లో నిల్చుకున్నప్పుడు అమ్మ పొట్టలో తలదాల్చుకున్నట్లు ఉంటుంది. Now I go for this translation in English. Death Knells. Title is Death Knells. Melded with the earth and nature, hasn't the human life become mystified and beatified? How old is the human love with the flora and fauna? With the soil and cattle, the human bond, how long, how strong, and how preciously preserved the man in his heart, that camaraderie with nature and walking along the time trail from eons. When watch the green world around, when approach the feet of an enormous tree with bowing boughs, I feel as if I reached the lap of my mother. Clean or serene, the creator who made this earth, are an arable, fruitful and flourishing heaven for his offspring, the man. To him, 1,000 pranams. How many beautiful creations, how many colors, how many lovely unimas he pointed with skill on this earth. To that soulful artist, 1,000 cowtoes. But see the misfortune, pollution smitches the blurs of our dream of beauty. The dream land of azalea, garden balm and myrtles, through which I flew so far like a butterfly, now is leading to an arid land, a dirty track, a stinking quagmire where smoke pipes are sprouting. Oh God, yesterday's lovely green fields with long curbs and symmetrical plant beds had turned today into stinking prawn ponds and bathing and burning and chemicals. Who are those horrific specters besmeared with blood all over their bodies, shoving the greens into a mortuary? The once lovely green earth now ruined is offering greenish brown ashes to the humans. All those evaporated oils from earth are in turn showering acid rains. For every man, the other man is a stranger. For every man, even the mother earth is a stranger. How did grow this distance and since when? The black nightmares we see when close our eyes are very much alive around us, obscuring the real world. Oh, every occupation is a business, a ruthless business. The green woods, those filled and lived in our hearts since eons, are now just fossils of memory. On this ever-warming up poor earth, death knells are ringing, burning every fiber of life. What can we do but invite sharing summers all the year? On the heaven where we once amazed soothing moonbeams and walked over dewy green fields, now trudging with bridges of skeletons. Before a all new prohibited world about peeling out our body rinds, standing we are stark mark naked. Beware, beware, when the man has turned selfish and devouring his own mother earth, one day the mother earth bounces back as an apocalypse and gulps in a jiffy the whole of humanity, looking the form of divine Bhadrakali. Looking the form of divine Bhadrakali. Thank you, one and all.
చాలా బాగుందండి రామకృష్ణ గారు.
Thank you so much, sir. Namaskaram, sir. My chairperson Hampana garu, namaskaram.
నమస్కారం అండి.
Thank you, Mr. Ramakrishna ji. Now may I request Samina Khanal from Nepal to recite her poems. Samina ji.
Yes.
Ji, please.
Yeah. Namaskar, all of you. Namaste and very warm good afternoon to all. First of all, I would like to thank you all.
Yes.
Who are related to this 17th session, poetry reading session. And as the host announced my name, it's me, Samina Khanal from Nepal. I'm going to read the poem about peace and Buddhism. My poem is very short. Now I start. The title of my poem is Enlightenment. Searching for the enlightenment within myself. Searching for the enlightenment within myself. A wonderful picture of tranquility and immortal. An ample path marked by devotion and variation, as the statues have an exotic lack of Buddha's enlightenment. One priceless creation of geographical consciousness, one priceless creation of geographical consciousness with heritage of reverence and conviction in secularism. Seek the divine in humanity, not in statues, and executed lesson taught by Buddhism. Your character made by rituals and cultures. Your character made by rituals and cultures, a sacred mind and soul full of awareness and beliefs. Accepting secular devotion everywhere, of how to find enlightenment within. Find calmness and peace in the heart. Find calmness and peace in the heart as the comeback, like struggle or religious, only brings scars. A society won't be secular by discrimination on color and race. Pave the way for the peace through awareness. Boundaryless devotion and enlightenment helps not to lose themselves in materialism. Boundaryless devotion and enlightenment helps not to lose themselves in materialism. Why do we look for peace everywhere? Why do we look peace for everywhere but our heart? Devotion, religion, peace, and secularism are themselves liberating. This world will be a better place. This world will be a better place when we accept everyone's independence. When we accept everyone's independence. Thank you. And thank you.
Very good.
Very
nice.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Samina ji. अब मेरा अनुरोध है बनीता जी से, जो पंजाबी की वरिष्ठ कवयित्री हैं भारत से, उनसे अनुरोध है कि अपनी कविताएं सुनाएं।
Thank you, Divesh ji. I am really very thankful to Sahitya Academy and Ajit Kaur ji, who have given me the opportunity to share my thoughts in the form of my poetry with my fellow friends and abroad in different country fellow friends. So here I will start with the few lines in Punjabi because I'm a Punjabi poet, and then I will read in English. The poem is Jang Vich. Jang Vich Kavita ਕੁਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੀ, ਕੇਵਲ ਵੇਖਦੀ ਹੈ, ਸੁਣਦੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਸੋਚਦੀ ਹੈ, ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈ ਉਸ ਤਬਾਹੀ ਨੂੰ ਜੋ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਖਤਰਨਾਕ ਹਥਿਆਰਾਂ ਨਾਲ. So it goes like this. So the poem is in English. In war, poetry does nothing in war. It only observes, listens, and thinks, feels very strongly about the destruction caused by the lethal weapons. But the weapons are not dangerous. Though they cause destruction, the weapons are mere metal, chemical, atoms, and much more like this. More dangerous than weapons in war is the thinking in the mind, destruction in the eye, celebration of victory. The thought process runs the crusade of destruction, the taste of defeating. In such times, poetry remains helpless, picks up and keeps on its palm the minced remains of its trampled flowers. Before the gunpowder, rowdyism, and so poetry does nothing in war. The most dangerous is the thinking of the mind, destruction in the eye. Poetry does nothing in war. Thank you, madam. And the next poem is, because we are listening from day before yesterday about environment, so my poem is concerned with the Punjab rivers. So has a quote: when someone rows a boat on the dry river, the sand gets bruised. The sand gets bruised. So the poem is the river. Whenever I sat with mother, she related tales of the Jhelum, the Ravi, and the Chenab, of the Satluj and the Byas. These are the 5 rivers of Punjab. Whenever mother passed river, she took out of her purse a silver coin. Whenever mother passed river, she took out of her purse a silver coin, offered it to the river. Shutting her eyes, she prayed with the folded hands while While going by motor car or railway train, she repeated the same drill. When we too grew up a little, when we were married and gone out of Punjab to Delhi and come to see our mother in Amritsar, mother handed us the rupee coins and said, "Take with you my prayer, offer it to the Byas river on the way." The country made progress. Slowly, the country made progress. The pace of travel changed. Traveling over time and space, the train did not stop at the bridge. When we said that the coin could not be thrown out of the shut window panes, it stuck against the panes and returned. She, my mother, heaved a sigh, though she felt happy too over the progress made. But the traveling increased gradually. River waters decreased gradually. Whenever we crossed the river, we thought, what did mother ask from these rivers? What did mother ask from these rivers? When we met mother again, she again handed us the offering. Just tell us, mother. Then we said, just tell us, mother, what do you ask for in prayers?
Yeah.
River flowed down mother's eyes.
Mm.
River flowed down mother's eyes with a choking voice. She said, when I had come to my in-laws after crossing the river Ravi, I had dropped a silver coin in the Ravi river. I had dropped down a silver coin in the Ravi river. Your grandmother also did likewise and prayed, may the waters continue to flow.
क्या
And
बात बहुत अच्छी
may
क्या बात
the waters continue to flow and the winds blow. May all the creatures be well fed. And now, when I come across the Bias River, I offer the same prayer as did my mother. I perceive rivers flowing majestically in my mother's memories and aspirations, but when I think of the rivers, it seems as if the Chenab River has dried up in Sony's picture. The Bias River has lost hope and has little water in it. Having got down the sandy island, what should I tell my mother? Having got down the sandy island, what should I tell my mother? Only this, when I get across the river of dry sand shines. The river of dry sand shines, and on the dry sand, some children, some lads go on searching those silver coins and change and built their dreams on the sand and built their dreams on the sand. What should I say to my mother about the river? Thank you very much.
very
Wow.
nice beautiful
Beautiful.
beautiful
Very nice, very touching.
Thank you.
Very
Thank
nice,
you.
ma'am. Very
Thank
nice.
you. Thank you.
Thank you
Malka,
very much, Vanita
Thank
ji.
you. Thank you. Thank
Now
you.
may I request Sri Hampa Nagrajaya ji from India, who is also chairing this session, to recite his poems.
Thank you very much. Well, I had the pleasure of listening to the verses from different parts you see and the poets. Very meaningful verses. Well, whatever I am going to read right now, it is a portion from my epic poem, Charu Vasanta. Well, I am dedicating this to my elder sister, Rajit Kaur, who is a source of inspiration for me and for many.
for many yes
Well, the the title, I am 86 years young, but my elder sister, she, as I said, look at her health, but the spirit in her, well, it is a lesson for all of us.
Yeah.
And therefore, I am dedicating this to my elder sister, Akka. In Kannada, we call it as, even in Telugu, we call it as Akka. Well, the title of my epic is Charu Vasanta. Charu
Wow.
Vasanta.
Charu
Charu.
Vasanta.
Yeah. This, I wrote it in 2003. It's about 400 pages. I wrote it in 2003 in Kannada, in my mother tongue. But
Wow.
luckily, well, my fellow writers in different languages took a fancy or fascination for this, and they have translated it to different languages. And to my happiness and surprise, so far, this has been translated to Hindi, Sanskrit, Prakrit, Urdu, Punjabi, Gujarati, Rajasthani, Bengali, Oriya, Telugu, Malayalam, like 16 languages, Indian languages. It has been translated, and those translators have blessed me. And recently, this has also been translated to English. One professor, one of the best translators in our country, Giridhar, has been kind enough to translate this. Well, the title of the portion of verses that I am going to read now is, "Come, let us plant trees and water them. Kill not creature living on land, water, or in the air. Preserve them we ought to. Sustain them we should. The locale of all life it is, and everyone's setup. Kind killing there never was. Never is slaughter salutary. What is better than concern for life on the planet? Tell me. When creation smiles the way it does in nature, when creation smiles the way it does in nature, easy here or sustenance and sustainable life. Listen, friends, the joy of life that the wooded wilds hold out, people see only in the green cyclorama circling you. Look closer, you need to. Look closer, you need to at the bountiful biodiverse wealth that you are blessed with. Of hundreds of thousands of saplings, bushes, shrubs, plants, grasses, creepers, and trees of jackfruit, honne, matti, teak, tamarind, neem, mango. What have you? 3 types of trees there are. 3 types of trees there are that the measure of the forest tells. Leaf-bearing trees, flower-bearing, and fruit-bearing trees. 3 types. Leaf-bearing ones, neither fruits nor flowers bear. Flower-bearing ones give out leaves, but no fruits. The third kind are those yielding both flowers and fruits. The riches of flora, God's grace, are, with fauna surviving, earth will fortify, some comfort the lilt of birdy warbles should afford us. Their appointed roles, land, water, air, and light, do have, in the natural scheme of things, progress and peace, hostilities like war do tell us. Smug one cannot sit with a war. In some nook at the world, havoc in the whole setting of land, air, and the environment. A firearm falling in still waters would reek. As a spin-off, if oxygen depletes, hell life on earth would be. If oxygen depletes, hell life on earth would be. Life-giving oxygen is like manna. Under leafy canopy trees, meditating as an imperative, our exalted sages did. Healthfully, salutary tree bathing and tree sitting are for all. Why ruin anything that gives life, sources life, nourishes life? Why ruin? The numinous formula, remember, if one tree, one fells. If one tree, one fells, two one should plant. What wrong after all have the lovely leafy woodlands done? How can life survive greens erase? How can life survive if greens erase? The path of forest destruction and wildlife extinction to the graveyard leads. Our own graves let us not dig. Let us not dig our own graves. Come along, let us plant trees and water them. Come along, let us plant trees and water them. To the code of camaraderie that feeds nectar even to death, nature differs. The desired effect of the impassioned lambast had strode the chastened prince towards the stream, shaking cheerful hands within numinous rising essence of the universe. Friends, come, let us plant trees and water them. Thank you very much.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
వండర్ఫుల్
Thank
సార్.
you. Thank you.
తెలుగులో ఎవరు చేశారు సార్?
తెలుగులో గుత్తి చంద్రశేఖర్ రెడ్డి చేసినారు.
ఓకే ఓకే.
చంద్రశేఖర్ రెడ్డి, because
very congratulations and best wishes for your book.
Oh, thank you. I feel greatly honored. And for Punjabi,
You congratulations.
thank you.
Charu Basanta.
Charu
Charu.
Vasanta. Charu
Charu.
Vasanta. Charu.
Charu
Charu. Charu has two meanings. One, it's a Sanskrit word. Charu means beautiful.
Beautiful. Yes.
Beautiful. Like my sister who is talking to me right now. And then Charu is the hero of the epic poem. Charu.
Yes.
It's a beautiful narrative.
Beautiful combination and beauty and hero. Maybe.
And for your kind information.
Once again, you congratulations and best wishes for Charu Basanta.
Yeah, and for your kind information, it is the women role, women who dominate the epic. They are the major roles. Their sacrifice and how they keep the family happy and all that. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Hampa Nagarajaya ji.
Devendra, please. I am grateful to Sahitya Academy, and for your kind information, Chandrasekhar Kambar, who is the president of the Sahitya Academy, and myself, we are friends for 60 years. We were colleagues in Bangalore University.
Thank you.
So I am very proud of him. Thank you very much.
Thank you again, sir. Friends, this was a wonderful session of poetry reading. Hope you all enjoyed it very much. On behalf of Sahitya Academy and Foundation of SARC Writers and Literature, I convey my heartfelt thanks to all the participants poets. I also thank to viewers and audience of this session. May I request all to share the YouTube link of this session with different social handles so that lovers of poetry may enjoy this event. Thanks again.